Sexton taking the World Television Championship into Getz Enterprises, the newest and 5th member, and really adds a strong point to the enterprise in what was already a very strong crew of young talent. There's a collar and elbow tie-up here in the ring. Sexton, of course, defeated longtime rival Jeremy V for that championship at Christmas Chaos, which you can own exclusively on Wildside Home Video. You go to NWA-Wildside.com for ordering information. If you have your credit card handy, of course, PayPal is always available to see that classic match. Nitro Nick Halen now ringing on the arm here. The challenger has got a big opportunity on his plate here to see what the attitude of Sexton is going into this matchup. Sexton, the technician, showing right there his technical superiority, just ringing around and ringing out the arm of Nick Halen, but Halen using his quickness to get the advantage here. Look at that.
And I do believe this is the first ever meeting of Nick Halen and Todd Sexton, so there's a bit of a sussing out from these two athletes.
Sexton certainly has experience on his side here, as well as the champion's advantage in any matchup, and that he must be defeated cleanly in the middle of the ring via pinfall or submission for the title to change hands. And in this case, he has to do it within the 15-minute TV time limit.
What Todd Sexton does not have here is the hunger that Nick Halen brings to this matchup.
But Todd Sexton is now a satisfied man in that respect, because he's been fighting a long time to get that World Television Championship. And if he's got any memory whatsoever, he's not going to forget the trials and tribulations that he had to go through, all the backs that he had to stab and the throats that he had to cut to get that belt.
We'd be talking about a normal human being, that's correct, but we're dealing with the technician, Todd Sexton, who has gone through some very unstable mental moments. Look at Nick Halen go!
Nice hurricane runner by Halen. Takes him over with an arm drag there, applying the arm bar. We all know Nick Halen is not going to be technically superior to Todd Sexton on the mat. Very few in the sport today are, but Halen does have things that he can use to his advantage. He can use his quickness, he can use his speed, he can use his hunger and his determination. That's exactly what he's going to have to do here. And look at that, Nick Halen taking Todd Sexton at his own game. Maybe that's a better mental approach for Halen. Sometimes they don't expect you to attack the battleship head on. Double wrist lock there. Halen counters there, taking the arm wringer. Sexton using the elbow to try to pry the lock from the fingers of Nick Halen, and successfully does so. Nice 1-2 punch there with a forearm shot and another. Nick Halen is definitely staggered here. Yes, as World Television Champion, you are on top. You are the marked man. Everybody wants a shot at you.
But yet it's a long road to hoe that Todd Sexton picked from Sexton.
Sexton now with a big suplex on Halen. 2 count again there. Sexton plants Halen upside down in the far turnbuckle. Big drop kick.
Halen almost defenseless in this situation.
You're exactly right, Steve. Halen almost completely defenseless. And now Sexton takes him up to the top. The champion, double underhook suplex from the top rope. Devastating. And Halen showing a lot of heart by kicking out there.
TV title don't happen to Nick Halen very often, last I checked.
And Sexton has him locked now in the Gory Guerrero special. Very painful submission maneuver. You can see there, stretching out the back and the arms. But now Nick Halen landed on his feet, trying to get some leverage here and an advantage. He does! German suplex! Dumps the champion on his head. Champion lands on his head. Halen has a huge opportunity.
Sexton did not see it coming. Found out in a hurry what Nick Halen is perfectly capable of pulling off. And Todd Sexton perhaps might be feeling that the only title arsenal may be slipping away here with a surprise opponent. With a surprise person, Nick Halen. Oh, good heavens, swift kick. And Nick Halen goes sailing down.
Todd Sexton planted that enziguri, Steve. And you can see Nick Halen feeling the effects. Big forearm shot from Sexton. Champion controlling the pace of the match. Halen goes into the far corner, gets the boot up for a counter, spins it right around into a forearm and a clothesline. Nacho Nick Halen is taking the champion to the woodshed here. High back body drop. Hook of the leg. Could we have a new champ? No.
Todd Sexton doesn't appear at the woodshed all that often. Nick Halen with a forearm. Sexton putting the stop to that. An enziguri attempt from Sexton, and then Nick Halen putting the kibosh on that as well.
Well, Sexton went to the well a second time for that enziguri, and Halen telegraphed it. A rare tactical error from the technician. Now he's got him locked in the Texas Cloverleaf. Sexton finding himself in a position that he's not very familiar with, but wait a minute. Inside cradle by the champ. 2 count.
Perhaps Sexton a bit fatigued, able to wrestle out of that one.
Going for the sharpshooter here. Halen with the inside cradle. Can we have a new champ? No. Sexton barely got out of that.
Boy, that Nick Halen, boy, what a pistol he is tonight.
It's hunger, Steve.
Yeah.
A hungry young lion. Nick Halen coming off the ropes. Big neck breaker by the challenger.
Oh my God, a pin attempt for him. Who had ever thought that Nick Halen would be capable of this? Nick Halen, a very capable competitor, particularly on the tag team scene. But as a single, wow, who'd have thunk it?
Are we gonna see a new superstar born tonight?
He's well on his way. As Nick Halen going up to that top rope rather slowly. Good heavens, somersaulting right on the back of Sexton, who's only beginning to rise.
Hook of the leg there after the somersault. Back splash. Sexton kicks out at 2.
Nick Halen believes that every match is potentially a star-making match, but I think he's got something going here against Sexton.
And that he does. Sexton charges. Halen gets the elbow up. Halen going up for the Nitro driver. No, Sexton shrugs him off, takes him down. Locks in the STF in a modified Sexton stretch here.
Can Halen reach the ropes? That's his only way out of this predicament.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest via submission and still NWA World's Television Champion, the technician, Todd Sexton.